Hello and welcome back to Hustle. It's the Podathon. I'm your host, Alex. And we here having a wildcard discussion on everything popping in pop culture. Listen, I have a TikTok queen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have somebody who has gone around multiple times. You know, she's becoming what I like to think as a well-recognized brand in Toronto TikTok culture. You know, so welcome to the show, Zulf. How you doing?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for that intro. That was so exciting.
No problem.
Queen.
No problem. All right, so we have a lot to talk about. You know, I want to do something different and talk about pop culture. You know, the show is a business and culture show.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be on the culture side. So some of the things I know we talked about previously was the church fiasco with the social experiment going viral.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on the whole debacle going on?
Initial thoughts, I remember seeing it when it was at like a couple 100,000 views, and I was like, oh, this is gonna spread like wildfire. Like, oh, people are gonna be so pissed off. You know what I mean? And already the comments were like, you know how social media will do the thing where like in the beginning you might have a shit ton of,
You can swear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
you're
cool.
good. You're good.
You might have a ton of support right away, like off the jump, like right when it hits viral for the first couple hours, like there'll be tons of people loving it, whatever, and then it goes through the waves, and then it hits the community where you probably didn't want it to land, or you didn't even know they existed, and then which in this case I think was the church goers of those churches, because I think they got a hold of it like maybe even couple, like what, half a day later.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, my personal thoughts, I was like, good, finally. Like, this is like real life. Like, this is what people talk about, like in their own personal experiences when they come online and they say, hey, I have to be extremely vulnerable and say my church or whatever holy center you go to doesn't help out. Now we're getting like the actual visual of like, how can you hear a baby? Like when I was seeing the lady cry, or not cry, sorry, when I heard her play the baby's audio, I was happy about that, because I was like, we're getting to see how people can hear a baby cry, avoid it, like it's white noise. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like it takes a very dark level of like, you got to have seen some really crazy shit or heard some crazy shit to be able to hear a baby cry in starvation and be able to just be like, meh.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? So yeah, I had a lot of conflicting thoughts, but I'm happy that lady did it.
Yeah, I completely agree. You know, one thing that came to mind? I kept thinking if she had quoted a Bible verse or some kind of thing to like access her, she would have switched.
This too shall pass, eh? When? Like, no, like seriously. But like facts, that's actually so tea, because kind of just right back in their face.
Yeah. I think if she had quoted a Bible verse or something like that to a lot of the women that were speaking about it, they would have been properly, what's the word I'm looking for? Like queued up to be like, oh, they're one of us.
Oh,
I can now grant access to the church.
Do you think that was a thing that stopped
a lot of people
from wanting to donate?
I think so. I think so. My theory is that a lot of people that are in this bubble only work with people in that bubble, you know, and that's the whole problem,
right?
But if you give them the code to that bubble, they're going to be like, oh yeah, you're one of us. Let's give them access.
Right.
And that's the whole problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That like, yo, if I quoted the scripture, you'd be like, oh, you're one of us, you know what? We do have some, or you're one of us, let me go get whatever we need to do. Whereas with the Muslim person who said yes, or a lot of the Black predominant churches that said yes, they're like, it doesn't matter at all.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's so messed up. And you know what? I think we haven't given them enough context though on everything going on.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So let's take that back a few. So a lady on TikTok, her name is Nikayla, is doing a social experiment. And what they do, or what she does specifically, is call up a random church, play the sound of a baby crying, and then immediately say, hey miss, I have no money and I need baby formula for my child. Do you guys have baby formula? Can I come pick it up? What options can you give? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, that was, exactly. A baby crying in the back the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah. And saying her baby hasn't ate since last night. And 4-month-old.
Big part.
So yeah,
Big
factors,
caveat.
yeah.
And a lot of these churchgoers and the people that are running the church are saying, nah, more or less.
Yeah,
they're saying, I appreciate the call, but unfortunately we can't help you.
Like we're a food bank. Like as if baby formula is not food. Like it's kind of like they were giving her, if they were giving her anything, it was resources.
Yeah.
If they weren't giving her any direction of like, oh yeah, you can get the help right now type of thing. Yeah, except until she called a couple, which were, so like the mosque was the one of them. Yeah. And then we had the 2 other churches, I think, right?
Yeah, there was like a black church that answered. There was like a white church as well. I think it was like an older white man. You know, it wasn't necessarily a race thing per se, like, but it was a little bit of a race thing. I feel like it was smaller percentages in the white churches, and a lot of higher percentage in the black churches. But altogether, it was about a 30% opt-in rate for the churches and 100% rate or opt-in rate for the mosques. And that was a telltale sign. That was what was crazy.
Like it's, I when I saw that, like it does break my heart. But I think actually to what you said, it's kind of like these people deal with these like, you know, situations so often. Who knows what they've seen? So I feel like, you know, on one front, you have the mindset of like, let me just, like as soon as you ask for it, let me give it, which I think a lot of those mosques were of that mindset of like a baby is need, like no problem, no questions asked, let's do it. And then you have the other side where it's like, maybe they've been taken from too much. Like, you know, there's like, I can see the argument in both. I will say though, if you called my number by accident and said, yo, listen, my baby's hungry, I would don't even care how long your baby's been hungry for. Your e-transfer it's on the way, don't worry. Yeah, because I think at the end of it all, like whether you're a member or have an identifying factor or, you know, I feel like the human right of food is so, especially right now, man, like we live in a very sad situation where like groceries are very freaking expensive. I can't imagine having a kid right now. Holy cow. So hearing all of those no's, very heartbreaking.
The other day, I went to Costco and I was like, you know what? I want some honey. The honey, I didn't know honey's that girl.
Yeah, honey.
Honey is that, listen, mayo, 2 bottles, $10.
Hey.
1 bottle of honey, $10.
Crazy.
Mayo, honey, and ketchup, $30.
The bees died for this. No, I'm kidding. They don't die. They don't die. No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like $30 alone is 3-4 meals. And then you just saw like 2-3 jars and you were like, damn. This is insane.
That's heartbreaking. Yeah.
Honestly, our economy is in a different place right now. So it's insane to be turning people back when they literally have nothing going for them.
Yeah. Like the optics of the situation was very simple, I think. Also, I don't know if you saw the follow-ups and stuff, how some guy discussed like he went to his community drug dealers like at the corner.
Yeah.
And he just gave the same exact story that the woman gave, no crying baby in the background, just story. And it was like they were all like each 7 of them had money and formula in hand like within the next bit. So it's like, you know, I think community is so important nowadays, you know what I mean? So I feel like it was really important that the social experiment happened. It was very, very important to put it in front of people who are still deniers of things like this.
Yeah. And do you see the pastor's response?
Which one?
Oh my God, facts.
Yeah. There was one that was crying in the church and he was with it. Like he was, I think, one of the ones that gave and was like, I can't believe this experiment was heartbreaking. Yeah. But was it the
one with the I'm gonna do my own social experiment?
Yeah, I saw that debate as well. Yeah. What do you think of that?
I thought he was on some BS. Okay, I thought it was some bullshit. Like, how could you think? You know what it is? Is that when a pastor feels challenged, a lot of times pastors look at themselves as entrepreneurs, and very much so. And what entrepreneurs do is that they equate themselves to the business. So when she showed the business's fault, he put himself as this is my fault. And his ego was triggered.
Of course, yeah. The worst thing you can do is shoot a man's ego. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So he was just moving out of complete ego and was saying, oh, I got my own social experiment. I think he was definitely way too overly triggered when this was the time to fall on your sword and be like, hey, we were wrong.
Yeah.
As Christians, you can say you're wrong and ask for, what is it? Forgiveness.
Yeah.
So that was insane.
I think the churches that said no would have been so surprised had they just said that they were wrong.
Yeah.
How accepting.
People would have been, what? Facts.
Like, because the thing is, it's when you double down and you're like, nah, I hurt people, but I'm going to stand on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, but people are actually giving you this opportunity to be like, let's have this actual very, very like, could be very provoking of like positivity going forward. But it's like, why would you close your doors even further, bro? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, so I think it's kind of dark humor though, a little bit, right? There's going to be a lot of funny skits to come out of this. I'm not going to lie.
Facts.
But in the Justival, or like in the overall though, yeah, exactly. It's like, why wouldn't you just take that opportunity to address it and be like, this was a fault. We see now. But obviously this is 2020, right? For them, so.
Yeah, honestly. Did you see the woman that, there was one pastor, right? He brought the woman that did the initial call and he was talking about her.
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see this one?
No.
Oh my gosh. So there's one
name and shamer. Like, that's really dark. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we shouldn't have had the visuals of who well, actually, I guess some people would argue we should know who was picking up that phone call. But like, I think in this now, how big the experiment has gone, maybe, was he trying to blame it on her?
No.
Okay.
He was gonna big her up. I'm like, this is what whatever her name is. She's great. We love her here. And she came with like her hair. You could tell she got her hair. She thought her hair was lit because she was shaking her hair the whole time. I need to show. When we're done, I'll show it to you.
Is she one of those like got her keys on her elbow lunch lady type?
For sure.
Ah, okay, yeah, okay. Patricia, working front desk.
Yeah, exactly. So you could tell she was feeling lit with it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was interesting. Yeah. It was interesting. But you know what's been really interesting?
Yeah, what?
Seeing Huda get cut from Huda.
Yeah, wow.
This is my first time getting into these pop culture streets. This is a lot for me because even watching Love Island, I was like, let me try to catch up with what everyone's talking about on TikTok.
Yeah.
I made it to like a good 15 episodes and I was like, you know what? Y'all got it. This is too much for me.
No.
Because this is like, what, 30 episodes?
I think plus because they film them, it's like 4 days out of the week that you get an episode. So I don't even know the numbers on that.
Y'all really just on it. I couldn't do the whole thing, but what I'm interested in though is what's going on now.
Yeah.
Could you give me the scoop on what's going on?
Yeah, for sure. So Huda, Love Island, she was one of the contestants. She didn't win. She came in like 4th, I believe. But throughout the show, there was a lot of like controversies going on for a lot of the cast members, including her. So a lot of like conversation. So her child is half Black and she's also Palestinian. So there's conversations around how she didn't have respect for the Black people, for Black culture, that she, like kind of uses it as a costume type of thing. So there was already this conversation piece going on whilst she was in the house. Rightfully so, I will say, because there were some questionable things that she did. So that made sense. But then she gets out of the show. Okay, now she's, in the limelight, whatever. They're getting their bag in different areas. She does Huda Beauty, so that's a big makeup company, of course. She also did Gymshark, which is the workout line, right? Mm-hmm. And I think they both dropped her. Yeah. So what happened was she was on a live stream and with her boyfriend, Louis, who's a reality TV guy as well, and he is bad. Yeah, did you say bad?
Black.
Oh, Black. Oh, I thought you said bad. I was like, no, he's kind of a bad boy. Yeah, Okay. He's a bad boy, and he's like self-proclaimed bad boy. You know what I mean?
Self-proclaimed bad boy.
Exactly what you think. Cringe. Like, and he's 20, like young, early 20s. So I guess maybe that can help shape. Like, she's also aligning herself with people who are very comfy in the villain role, and like to a point where they owned it, for lack of better words. But yes, he is Black as well. He's, I think he's biracial. Okay. And so they're on a live stream and somebody calls in, which I don't know why people still do fan calls, but somebody calls in while they're on live stream and says Olandria is the N-word with a hard R. And then Huda hangs up the call and giggles. Now, Louis giggles as well. That's what happened. And then,
so now was it because this is I got wind of this, but was it a jarring giggle? Like, oh, that just caught me off guard? Or was it like a this is hilarious giggle?
Like, I mean, It wasn't a "this is hilarious" giggle. I won't say that because I think that's kind of a reach. I will say it was kind of like a "what the fuck?" Like it was kind of one of those. That's what I got from it. Now, mind you, I don't think I have a say in the matter, right? Like I think in reality, like I actually have no say in this. But that's what I got. In these situations where my opinion actually means zero, right? This is who it's actually going to offend. They can come up and talk about it, and I'm going to support you 10 toes. But when I saw all of the follow-ups, I'm like, okay, I see. It's not just like this one little thing that Huda did and she giggled at it. You know what I mean? There's a buildup, and people have great think pieces online for this, and they lay it out. They're like, it's not even just you giggled because you were in like a moment. You're not saying anything to defend it. You're not for all the other little things. You know what I mean? And when people were coming online and doing like really scary things with like other characters' faces and stuff, they were doing like AI and putting Olandria's face on George Floyd, R.I.P.
Whoa.
Right? And did Huda's face on the police officer that murdered him. Yeah, so it's like things like that happen and she didn't say anything. And then you have the other argument, right? And it's like I'm playing devil's advocate right now, doing both sides.
Yeah.
I think then you have Huda's argument where you have Palestine, pray for Palestine. They're going through one of the worst genocides that we're getting to see, literally. And then Huda's argument, I guess, at that time was she needed to make sure her mental health and everything was okay. But it kind of, then it gets to that point and it's like, okay, Huda, at this point,
got you.
we can only support you
so much. So it wasn't just that it was
I hope that was a good overview of everything. I feel like I kind of jumped around a little bit.
I think so. What do y'all think? Comment below. I'm still getting so used to this comment below shit and like this whole podcast.
Like and subscribe.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But yeah, I think that was a pretty good overview. So what you're more so saying to sum it up is that this was the straw that broke the camel's back. It wasn't just like a one-off experience. It was like, you have a pattern of this.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say straw that broke the camel's back because I think this was heavy enough of it standalone for it to be what it is.
Gotcha.
I'm not like in the PR world or whatever, so I have a little bit of a hard time just based on my personal maybe bias understanding why she would get dropped from the makeup companies. Only because, or not makeup companies, Huda Beauty, like if that's her decision to part ways, whatever. But like all of the brand deals now that are being canceled, I was a little bit thrown off because I was like, well, it kind of feels like rules for thee, not for men. You know what I mean? Like there are so many of the guys from these reality TV shows who have actually done like far worse, if that's what we want to say, because one of the bad things she did was not say she had a daughter right away. But there are men on these reality TV shows that come on and they have kids back home. They have girls pregnant and they're just not saying shit. So it's like if we really want to, and those guys still have brand deals and they say a lot of racist things as well, unfortunately. And I'm not saying one should happen and not the other. I'm saying let's cancel everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Let's cut the brand deals from anyone saying shit that they shouldn't, because like you can't make an example out of one person and then it not follow suit. That's my opinion. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, for the racist shit she was saying, like, or as condoning, I think that's definitely wrong. The whole not having
sorry, her daughter's half black. I feel like that's just enough of a place where it's like your daughter might have to go through these things, probably. And actually, no, not might. We'll probably have to go through these things. Say something. Stand up for something.
Show a proper example for your child.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, you're okay with your daughter, I guess, seeing you on Love Island and you're like proud of that, sure. But are you proud of this part too?
Would you go on Love Island?
No, I think I'm past that age. Maybe if I was in my early 20s, sure. Like if I was like out here like, woo, yeah, turn up. But now I'm 30. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I feel you.
And they cut that show so particular to make certain characters
look a certain way.
Yeah, all the black all the black cast members on that show are painted out to be so like bully and like, they antagonize people and they gang up on people. And it's like, if we don't see that for what it is, like we really can't, like, you know what I mean? I will say though, Love Island, this is more recent issue that I've deep, because I'm someone that used to watch like the UK seasons. So like, I'm talking when they had a smoke pit. They were showing people smoking cigarettes on TV, which is apparently gnarly now, and they don't have that anymore. But like, I used to watch Love Island from back then where like the cuts were very near and far. Like there was very little editing done. You know what I mean? These storylines were pretty like raw for what it was. Now I'm like, oh my God, this is like a Cinderella story for some of these girls. Like what is going on, So yeah, my opinion. Yeah.
Damn. So you're a Love Island OG when it comes to watching the shit.
I was. Now I'm like I said, a little disappointed with all of the makeshift stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I was a big time OG. I love the UK seasons. Like I said, they were so like raw. Like they just said whatever the fuck they felt. But yeah.
Got you, yeah. On another note, let's get into your journey a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Like being like TikTok famous, what's been like your experience dealing with like this newfound engagement online and just like maneuvering through your current stage of the journey?
I think it's been pretty cool. I mean, like for the most part, TikTok famous is always like the funniest one because it's like, oh, are you from TikTok? TikTok famous? It's like we're from the land of TikTok. You know what I mean? I always laugh at that kind of, but I love it. I always tell like my sister, for example, when I'm talking to them about like my videos and like the start of everything and whatever, because we have these chats, I always say like it feels like I actually have a bunch of friends online, and I've always made my friends on the internet. So like all of my best friends, I've met them on the internet, and then don't talk to strangers online. Sometimes they're cool. I used to be a fangirl for this boy band called The Wanted when I was 16.
Really?
Yeah. So this is like deep lore.
Okay.
And I was on Twitter because that was when Twitter came out. And that's how I met some of my best friends to this day. So via Twitter. And then we would go like, we were those girls outside the hotel. Hey.
Oh, man.
Outside the airports.
Outside the airports.
It's crazy to think back now, but I'm like, how did I even figure that out? I would call.
How do fans do? Yeah. Oh my God. Please tell me this.
I was going to expose myself right now.
Go ahead.
So I would call hotels and I would be like, hey, I'm a personal assistant for one of the guys in the band. He just wanted to confirm, is his room going to be on the 8th floor? Like, just like say something that's like, hey, I'm part of this. We just want to confirm something. 9 times out of 10, they'd be like, no, what are you talking about? It's on the 12th floor. And we're like, thank you. So you've confirmed that they're in this hotel on the 12th floor. All I got to do is look at flights. And Pearson is very like clear as day when the flight is coming into Toronto from the UK. So, there's only like 2 per day. I'll just wait at the airport all 12 hours. No,
Holy shit.
So, yeah.
Wow. So that's how they do it. I've been so curious. Like, how did y'all figure this out?
Oh man, yeah. This is, and then like I said, I met all my friends through this. So we were all just like fangirls who like love these boy bands and stuff. And I'm like 16, 17 years old, and like we would like chase them downtown. You remember Much Music had like
of course,
the open area.
Yeah.
We'd go see them there. And unfortunately one of the band members passed away.
Oh shit.
R.I.P. Tom. But that band was like solid 4 years of my life, and then they broke up, but we kind of still all kept in contact with them via social medias, obviously, in their own little journeys. But that was my beginning of social media. So all my friends online, all that stuff. So I've kind of always been aware of like stan culture and like cancellations and like, things like that. Because I got to see it from back way when, you know what I mean? I can't even remember the first. Oh, do you remember Tampon Girl?
No.
Okay, this was one of the first ever cancellations that happened on social media. I won't say too much because it's a little crazy.
Nah, give me the full thing.
Oh, okay. So there was a girl, she was young at the time, and I think she was maybe like bullied into doing this, unfortunately, but she did go viral for eating, or not eating.
No.
Yeah, so putting something that was inside of her into her mouth after. Yeah, and it was like really viral. I remember being like a teenager and hearing about Tampon Girl, and I was like, whoa, bro.
Oh, shit.
So I remember that cancellation. Hope she's doing well though. Yeah, so I feel like nowadays I'm kind of like, it kind of makes sense that I would be here as well, talking my shit like with everybody else. Also grew up off YouTube as well. So coming into this culture, I wasn't really that shocked when like people disagreed with me or a shit ton of people hated me just because of the way I looked. You know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, your face is this. That's why I don't like you. Whatever. The flip side, though, the positive side is I just feel like I have a shit ton more friends now. I'm just like, I feel very like cool when someone's like relatable. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. Okay, sick. It's worked. Yeah. But
what's your favorite YouTube era?
My favorite YouTube era? I think back when I was like early YouTube days, when I was like 14, 15, I started watching J Loves Mac. I was really into beauty vloggers. Really? And like, yeah, I also like day in my lives a lot. Unfortunately, I will have to drop some more. Shaytards. They are like this, this is very random, but they're this Mormon family who used to make daily vlogs, like every single day of their life. And then there was a big controversy with the dad, and then he's just like a pervert, so I had to stop watching them, obviously.
Was that the one that had like a bunch of baby moms?
No, he had his one baby mom and was cheating on her with another girl while he was like on, I think like a business trip or something like that. And he had also done a shit ton of crowdsourcing funding for like a documentary that never got to see the light of day. The Vlogumentary, if anyone remembers this. I remember like so many different YouTubers, like Andrea's Choice and like, you know, all of these like—
Andrea's Choice. Is that the girls on Cadet Kelly? Never mind. Continue.
Cadet Kelly. No, Andrea's Choice, she's a beauty YouTuber.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there was like a whole YouTube world called Maker Studio. I don't know if you remember this, but like back in the day, and like Shay Carl had created like this whole movie and whatever. So that was like my favorite time of YouTube, when it felt like big communities were coming together and like doing really, really cool stuff. And then kind of a little bit after that, it got into like the really like hype house kind of vibes. And I was like, all right, I'm good off this. Yeah. Were you a YouTube kid?
I was 100% a YouTube kid.
Okay, what were your faves?
So not only was I a YouTube kid, but I also got like suspended from making videos on YouTube.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, so when I was in grade 9, this YouTube had just dropped, and I was shipped off to a boarding school because I was a bad youth. And
have you discussed that lore here?
yeah, I think I've told the
That's
audience.
Crazy. Was the shipping? Where'd you get shipped off to?
I got shipped off to a private school in Oshawa. You know,
okay.
There's a lot of lore. So I'm originally from Scarborough, and yeah, from Vern, and I got shipped off to the school, and in there, Soulja Boy had just dropped on YouTube. So this is like prime. I'm talking about Soulja Boy, Timothy De La Ghetto just getting started.
Oh my gosh,
and,
Timothy.
Russell Peters just went around for the first time. Shout out Russell Peters.
Shout out Russell Peters.
Yeah, legend. Now, we were like fucking around in our dorm room, me and my boy Danny, shout out Danny, and we had a basketball with the pump inside it, you know? And we made like a little prank. Like he was walking into the room and I was pumping the basketball like I was jerking off. Like a...
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, have I seen this viral video? This sounds so familiar.
Guess what? Years later, that shit went fucking viral.
Was it on Vine?
Everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
There's been YouTube videos. There's been like a whole bunch of shit, like of people using that exact same concept.
That's so interesting. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we made that whole video, posted it on YouTube. And my fucking guy literally marked it, the school name, the description, and our room number as a description. Because no one knew how to fucking make a YouTube video back then. Like
this was Danny, bro.
Fucking Danny. So he literally writes the whole thing on there. So the school sees
coordinates to where you guys were located in case anyone needed. My God, so good. So innocent though. That's so innocent, like child. Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hit the pump, and it was curtains from there.
You guys were just comedians trying to get a laugh.
You know what I'm saying?
And they just like X'd you guys. They were like, get out of here.
Word. We got suspended for like I think 3 days from that.
Oh, you were still at the boarding school though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You got suspended from that. I got sent home, you know?
Oh, and then the video got taken down?
It got taken down, yeah. They shut off the whole account. They were like... they
said you guys can never use YouTube again.
Exactly. Facts. That was like my first experience with YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and after that, I got into... You know what I actually kind of loved low-key? And I'm so shocked I'm saying that. I used to love Jenna Marbles. I can't even lie to you.
Jenna Marbles is hilarious.
Jenna Marbles had their jokes back then.
Yeah, I liked her videos, and Julian, her partner's stuff is like very kind of quirky as well. Like her, sometimes I watch him as like a reminder of her, you know, because he'll bring her up every now and then. I'm like, how are the dogs?
Yeah, exactly.
But that's such a good one. Jenna Marbles is such a good one.
Jenna Marbles is a definite OG. I'm trying to think, man, that was so long ago. Like back then, World Star was hot.
You know who I watched, unfortunately? Shane Dawson.
Yeah. I never understood like what was this journey
I think it was like I as a kid was always looking for something more extreme. Like I was like, oh, everybody's gonna laugh at, okay, just as an example, everyone's gonna laugh at a Timothy De La Ghetto joke. Low hanging fruit. I'm gonna go watch Shane Dawson because he's making the raunchy jokes. You know what I mean? I'm like 12 years old. my brain doesn't grasp how bad these jokes are. But then like 2-3 years into watching his content, he started making podcasts. And I stopped watching him after those podcasts because he just like, you know, you can only make so many jokes about animal stuff for so long until you're kind of like, brother, this doesn't sound like a joke anymore. And you can look this up. Yeah, this is like online and stuff. But this was like around my like high school years where I was like, no machine.
He was doing things with animals?
He was talking about stuff that he thought about doing with his cat. But
with this cat?
Yeah.
This
Do I know
cat's
if it's real that it happened? I don't. I wasn't there allegedly.
Out of all animals, the cat is like the absolute wildest. And like in the scale of it. Like if you do something with it, never mind.
Like animals in general, like they're innocent. Leave them alone.
Facts,
yeah.
facts,
and like
facts.
Shane Dawson, rightfully so, was I think canceled. Yeah. Like that one is, yeah.
Is it a part of the internet life to get canceled?
I feel like everybody has to go through it every now and then, whether it's like something legit or something not legit. Whether it sticks, nah.
All right. On that note, like one thing I find is you are super comfortable on socials.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm my biggest critic, so I'm like, wow, really?
No, honestly, like, is there like a mental framework that you have? Because a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs, like we're so critical of ourselves. Like you've been able to literally just like one of your most viral moments is talking about fucking a chef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
How do you just be like, all right, I recorded that, I'm posting it, and just not care? Do you have like a?
So I think it comes from the critiquing. Like I am my biggest critic, but at the same time, even though that is like a fault, like for many times, because you'll think like something is good, you'll watch it too many times and be like, fuck, I'm not funny actually.
Yeah.
But I think I'm also my biggest critic in the sense of I'm not going to post something unless I think it's actually jokes. You know what I mean? So I'm going to use it to my advantage as well. Like I will critique low-hanging jokes because I'm like, that's not me. You know what I mean? But if it's like, so the joke is, have you ever had a meal so good that compliments to the chef? Chef's kiss is not enough. You got to go to the back of the kitchen and fuck the chef. Yeah, so that's the joke. And I need that chef to pull his pants down. So that one became like a sound on TikTok, which I didn't even realize it would have like a life of its own. But I think that's also the beauty of it. It's like I thought that joke was far out, but I thought it was fucking hilarious because that's a joke my sister and I would make to one another. Like we would eat something and be like, yo, who the fuck made this? I gotta fuck him, like, you know what I mean? And it would be like a Wendy's sandwich, you know what I mean? Like it would be like anything, like it doesn't matter, but we would just make that joke all the time. And then I was like, I know this is funny, you know? Posting it and stuff though, there's that block, obviously, because like you're like, I'm such a big critique of myself, you know? But I also think, again, pros and cons of it, like I'm already critiquing myself so bad, I'd be surprised if someone say something I haven't already said, you know? So I also have after some time now, have kind of just given up on caring about what someone has to say about me, regardless of if I know them or don't know them, which I think is like pros and cons as well. Yeah.
Facts. Facts. Do you have any like real experiences from like your TikToks coming to like reality?
Fucking the chef? No, I never did that.
So kill me. No, chef came out and was like, you know what?
Yeah,
I seen that little TikTok.
You know, I started cooking
I see you come in the restaurant.
I'm dead.
My name, by the way.
I'm dead. Yeah. You know, I think, well, actually, one of my first TikToks that ever like, you know, had views and traction in Toronto specifically was talking about spending $1,000 in a week on Uber Eats. And I was like, something is wrong with me. I've spent $1,000 in a week on
$1,000 on Uber Eats?
Bro, like it was so bad. And I was like, but what's wrong with me? I'm going to order a pizza now. You know what I mean? And I remember like, yeah, it's like sometimes that's a real life experience, you know?
You spent $1,000.
And that was the reaction I got too. It was, what the fuck are you buying? And I'm like, no, dead ass, what am I buying? What am I buying? All right.
All right. Let's take a quick detour. We're all over the place, but this is a great conversation though. What the fuck do you buy for $1,000? You buy breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Is that what you're doing?
Dead ass, yeah.
Oh, okay,
breakfast, lunch, and dinner, coffee, and with the food, there would be like a drinks involved situation. So like, I'm dumb. Listen, I'll say it myself. Fuck it, we ball. You know what I mean? That was like 3 years ago now. We're good. We're up. Yeah, not that up actually. We're still kind of down. We're still downer than we need to get a little bit more up.
All right. Seeing that we're a business and culture pod, you know, I'll ask, like, how is monetizing on TikTok been for you?
How is, sorry?
Monetizing.
I don't like. I mean, we don't have creator fund or anything, so like I'm just doing it for the love. Yeah, literally. I will say one thing TikTok has helped, not monetizing wise. Like, yeah, companies have reached out to me. Like, I got like a really cool one with like Luxy Hair, which is like a nice big extension company. But I'm also not in it for. Like, I don't give a fuck about the money.
Yeah,
like,
I can tell you genuinely love this shit.
I like making people laugh. Like, I do like that. I actually did my first ever stand-up in February of this year.
I was about to ask you that. Yeah,
really? Yeah. No, so I did that like right before going away for my birthday trip. I like did a stand-up show, not a stand-up show, sorry, just open mic night. And you had like 3 minutes and like I gave, my all. But I loved it. And like, that, for example, $0 actually paid to go there. So some negatives. Yeah, but again, it's just for the love of it. You know what I mean? And I'm sure like maybe like you starting out and stuff, you just do it for the love of it. Like,
facts. Yeah, I was very curious.
But monetizing though, I mean, anybody need me to fuck the chef? I don't. No, I'm kidding. What? No. Sorry. Promotions though available. But yeah, no, I'm not really. Also, like I know a lot of people will go into content, especially in Toronto, because we don't have a creator fund, and like we'll find a manager and stuff like that. That's really sick. I don't knock nobody's like hustle and stuff, especially people who are like full time with this. Yeah, but it's not for me. Yeah.
So you don't really care to make money off of it?
Not that I don't care. Hey, money's blessed. What? Whoa.
Whoa, hold on now.
Wait, we're talking money now. No, like I said, it's like because the option of like you can't monetize anything. Like I have like one of my most viral viewed whatever videos is at like 17 mil. And if I was in America and I hit that shit and that video is over a minute long, I'm good. But here in Canada, I'm like, I've never even seen the dollars. So it's like, if I've never seen it, I don't even fucking know it exists. So
yeah, I got you.
I don't care.
It's just air. Got you. Speaking of TikTok though, which creators are you absolutely disliking? What trends and content
we got
are you like, all right, I'm tired of this? I can name a few, but I'm curious to know yours. No problem. Listen, I'm not shy. I hate the big groove nigga, yo. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The nigga that's like dancing on the random restaurants. As a black man looking at that, I get so embarrassed.
Okay.
And honestly, it's like, and if you're watching this, bro, block me. I don't give a care, bro. Straight.
I'm not gonna block you. You block me, actually.
I blocked him already.
Okay, see,
I've been blocked him. Yeah. But he'll might show up on a 1-2
now
feet.
it's beef. No, okay, sorry.
Take it however you want. I don't like your shit. And the reason why is because I feel like you're not trying to improve your craft. You're just embarrassing people and leaving it at that.
Can I ask you a question though? Is anyone doing what Big Groove is doing?
There's a reason why they're not.
I know. I was just trying to make some kind of a point to help him a little bit. I think, honestly, I get what you...
Feel free to poke
hear you.
I've never said anything like this before in my life.
Oh, let's go. Get into it.
I've thought about this for a second. I'm like, yo, I'm really bothered by this guy's content.
I think it's valid. I hear you. And what you're saying makes so much sense because I think it's like... it goes into the history of it. It's like, who are you doing this for? It's like, where did this start from?
Yeah.
Who giggled first? I have questions, So I hear you.
Facts. Yeah. It feels like people are laughing at us and not with us. And I think that's the main thing. It's not like he's not like he's the dancer that's touring with Kendrick Lamar and he's like having an art form to it and like, yo, look at him, he's killing him.
Yeah.
No, it's like you're making a mockery to get a little cheap viral moment and then you're moving on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I will say the brief research that I've done on Big Groove, I do know he stands for good stuff, dances for good stuff. I don't know. What do we say?
Good for him.
But I will say I completely understand, just there's so many layers to this, right? It's like just because you're doing one really positive thing doesn't outweigh something that can be looking very clownish. You know what I mean? So it's like, I hear you. And it makes absolute sense. It's like, you don't gotta dance, bro.
No, it's not just that he's dancing, because the big point of it too is that he's a big black man dancing. Yeah, so for people who don't know, Big Groove is literally probably like 6'3", like super muscular black guy, and he dances in the most like buffoonish kind of ways.
Do you think if the clothing was better, maybe? Because sometimes the jeans, I feel like he's kind of adding the layer of silliness to it because I'm like, those jeans, brother, I need a tutorial on how you got them on.
Facts.
What is that? Yeah.
He's wearing like extra XXS
with the belt.
Jeggings.
With a belt.
With the belt. What's the belt doing? The belt ain't doing shit, bro.
But I love that low-key.
The belt's an accessory. The belt's a tie.
Kind of cunt. I'm not gonna lie.
So like, I get it. He's like poking mockery and using the juxtaposition of being a giant man dancing like a funny way, but it looks
Yeah.
It's buffoonery. And
I wonder, has he ever said like where his content stemmed from? Like, or have you ever heard his voice?
I don't need to.
You're like, never mind, he's blocked. I'm off that.
Yo, yeah, like,
yeah.
Hopefully it's deep, you know. But I don't know. I don't know what his voice is like.
Real. Yeah. But to add to the list, I guess. So Big Groove one. Sorry, bro. But I think the second one, let's see, do I have any people that I blocked all of the Kardashians. So I think that kind of ties into like, you know, there's like I like when people have hauls, right? And show their stuff. It's nice. Like, it's nice, especially if you're like living like a luxurious life that I aspire to like have one day and stuff. That's great, motivational. But I think there kind of comes a point where it's a little bit like, are you throwing it in my face? Is it, or maybe I shouldn't even be watching this because I actually can't take this level of luxury, you know what I mean? Or this level of nonchalantness about your luxury. So I have them all blocked for my mental health. Yeah. And also just because I'm not interested. Okay, so this is a little bit of a, I guess, controversial take. I don't have any creators off the top of my head, but there's one creator that I don't know her name, but I know the situation. So she got a facelift at 25.
What?
Yeah, it's a micro facelift. Yeah. And she's also done like upper bleph. I didn't even know there was a name for your eyelid, bleph. So she got that surgically updated. I don't know. So there's more space on her eyelid. And then she's also done more like jaw type surgeries and things like that. I can't get down with that because I am not professional, but I think there's a lot of mental health issues and your plastic surgeon is preying on you. So those are also people I cannot engage with for my own sake. Yeah. And I can't get down with people who are like, no, it's their body, their choice. Yes, but don't throw what feminists have worked for back into our face when it's for the cosmetic and the beauty world, and now you're manipulating what we're saying. So
yeah, I think everything has like a level of getting a little too over the especially
it's always that deep. I will say it's always
word. But honestly, yo, it's been so good having you on. You gotta do a part 2.
Yes, I would love to. I'm so sorry I was late too, but yeah, I would love to come back. This is such a great studio. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you. Where can people find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on TikTok at Zulf. 3 L's, 3 F's. And you can actually find me on YouTube, Spotify, under Always That Deep. The podcast is slowly coming back, so it's very exciting. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoy what you see.
The house is what you can't control, so control your grind and control your life. I'm Alex.
I'm Zulf.
That's the show, y'all. Peace.